Dear all, welcome to the lecture series of Power Electronics. In this video, I will be discussing what do we mean by a pulse transformer. How does pulse transformer operate? What are the design features of pulse transformer? And advantages and disadvantages of pulse transformer. And finally, we are enlisting the various applications of pulse transformer. First and the foremost thing, let's understand what do you mean by pulse transformer? What is the definition of pulse transformer? You can see this is the way how the pulse transformer look like. See, it's a special type of transformer. We can call it as a transformer that is enhanced to produce electrical pulses with high velocity and constant amplitude. That is known as pulse transformer. And also, these kind of transformers are normally employed for transmitting the digital information. For example, pulses in the form of pulses, as well as it is used in power transistors. And also it can be employed in gate driver circuits. Basically, pulse transformer employs isolation between input and output. Number of turns at primary and secondary will be equal. Let me elaborate. Pulse transformer is a special kind of transformer which is used to isolate two electrical circuits. And also it can be defined in another manner. The transformer which handle voltage and current in the form of pulses are known as pulse transformer. As you know that the conventional type of transformer that won't transmit the signal in the form of pulses, that you know. But here the signal will be transmitted in the form of pulses. So that is known as pulse transformer. We have to compare pulse transformer with the conventional type of transformer. As you can able to see the diagram of conventional transformer and pulse transformer. So this is actually called a pulse transformer. You can see pulse transformer. Okay, let me call it as P. This is your conventional type of transformer which you can able to see. Say it's a pole mounted substation and you are using the transformer here. What are the major differences between pulse transformer and a normal type of transformer? The size of pulse transformer is less compared to the power transformer. Pulse transformer ensure only at a high frequency operation. It won't adopt low frequency application. I will tell you the reason later on. But in case of normal type of transformer, conventional type of transformer, it will operate low frequency only. If I talk about the material which is made up of core, the pulse transformer, ferrite core is used. So that's a specialty. Ferrite core, you have to remember ferrite core. But in case of conventional type of transformer, you can see it's actually the core is made up of silicon steel. That's a difference. Okay, because the pulse transformer that ensure high frequency of operation, so ferrite core is convenient for pulse transformer. Where in case of conventional transformer, the silicon steel that is actually the transformer core, therefore it is suitable for low frequency application. One more important thing, the magnetizing inductance of pulse transformer is very much high compared to the conventional type of transformer. So these are the major differences between pulse transformer and a conventional type of transformer. When it comes to the structure, I wanted to explain the construction working. First of all, you have to see a toroidal shaped core. The core has just like a toroidal shape, a circular core. This is your core material. The core is made up of normally ferrite material. As you can able to see, there is a primary winding. This is your primary winding. And you can take a number of secondaries. There are a many number of secondaries. Normally the ratio will be taken as 1:1, primary and secondary. So that means the primary and a S dash, you can write 1:1. Primary and S, that will be 1:1. Suppose if you are considering multiple winding, we can write 1:1:1, like this you can mention. This also can be possible. Okay, ratio can be made like this also. Clear? If you look at the number of turns at primary and secondary, both are identical. Now let us see one of the block diagram of the pulse transformer. So you can able to see there is a silicon control rectifier, SCR. Okay, SCR is here. You know SCR is a control device. It is having the terminals like anode, cathode and gate, where gate is a control terminal. SCR won't operate unless and until gate signal is received. So that's a specialty. But how do you provide the gating pulse to the SCR? Yes, there is a solution. We can use the pulse transformer. Pulse transformer with a suitable pulse generator circuit. This is your pulse transformer. Okay, pulse transformer. Please note down. Okay, pulse transformer with a suitable the gating pulse generator. We have a pulse generator circuit. It may be microcontroller or it may be 555 timer, whatever it can be. We are providing a constant DC supply to operate the pulse generator circuit. Thereby, the pulse generator circuit is going to provide the pulses. But we have to transfer the pulses from one circuit to another circuit. Okay, so and also we need to maintain the isolation between two circuits. The circuit which is containing the SCR, that will be power circuit. Look at this, that will be purely power circuit. But the circuit which is containing the generation of the signal, that will be a signal level circuit. Of course, you have to maintain the isolation between these two circuits. How do you perform? If I directly give, definitely it violates the isolation. Isolation won't be given if I directly connect the output of pulse generator circuit to the gate. So we are using a pulse transformer here. Number of turns at primary and secondary will be equal, and there is a ferrite core. And this diode performs, the importance of diode is, it conducts the current only in one direction. Only it prevents the gate in reverse current. Reverse current to the gate will be prevented by the diode. And the resistor that adjusted, that is going to adjust the holding current of SCR. I will discuss what is a holding current. The minimum current which the thyristor remains on state, that is called holding current. Below holding current, if the anode current comes below holding current, the device will turn off. And the capacitor C, that maintains the coupling of two stages. So that's a specialty. Okay, here this is actually the working of the particular pulse transformer. So whatever the pulses which is generated by the pulse generator circuit, that will be transmitted with the help of pulse transformer, and pulse transformer ensure the isolation between two circuits, and thus we can say that the SCR is going to operate. So this is actually the construction and working. So PLT01 and PLT02, these are the pulse transformer which are available in the market. You can get the data sheet of those. Here you can see 1:1:1 pulse transformer, and you can, as I already told you, that the pulse transformer will have multiple secondary. You can able to connect to SCR1 and SCR2. That is also possible. And let us see the waveform. Look at the first waveform. So this waveform depicts, we can say that this is for high frequency. You know that pulse transformer will be convenient to operate with a high frequency. If the pulse transformer which is operated with a low frequency, the waveform will be like this. That point also you have to remember. Okay. When it comes to design, the inductance of the primary winding should be high in order to reduce the magnetizing current. And also the direct current flows to the primary winding of pulse transformer in order to prevent the saturation of the core. That is true. That is why direct current will be flowing to the primary winding of pulse transformer. There should be a tight coupling between primary and secondary. That must be there. There must be an isolation between primary and secondary. Therefore, the winding insulation should be very much proper. And also the stray signal provides the path through the interface capacitance at a high frequency. There are two types of pulse transformer. One is power pulse transformer, which is used to isolate the power circuit and control circuit, where in case of signal pulse transformer, it is majorly used in the digital circuits. So the details I have explained here. In order to specify the pulse transformer, we have to follow the following parameters like pulse amplitude, then we have to consider the rise time, then we need to consider the overshoot, pulse width, droop has to be considered, we have to consider the fall time, then backswing. These are the different specifications of pulse transformer. The various applications of pulse transformers are like pulse generating circuit, which I just shown you, then analog switching application, silicon control rectifier, power electronic circuits, data handling circuits, radar, radio detector and ranging, then switching transistor, various communication circuits, then microwave tube, a CRO, and digital electronics. The size is very less, and high isolation voltage. It is quite inexpensive. These are the various advantages.